Today we are doing the first replay review on the channel. Today we have Kilberto. I am very late to this. I had a lot going on, so my apologies to him, of course. So I have a list of notes that I will send you after I finish with the replay. So I went to the replay once already, and I wrote down a lot of mistakes and the stuff that you did well, such as cheating on the kickoff here. I like that you did that. Now, here comes the first of the problems, and that is you have a tendency to not get good touches or catches. So here, a good catch and then turning it and going towards their okay, and going towards their post, would have been better here. So, if I turn on this, trying to catch it from here and then going straight like this would have been better. But what happens is that we don't do that. You see the line that where you should have gone, should have caught and went that way, but instead you've gone here. Now, I would say going for this ball would not be the greatest decision. One of the main reasons is, for one, you miss, right? But the second reason is if you take a look here, you are not being contested. There's no reason to clear the ball. You could have kept your possession. And yeah, you could have just kept possession. No need to clear the ball. And no need to even go for clearing it here. You could have just caught it again right here and did something else with the ball. But that's alright. Now here, you see the opponent is not facing towards you. I don't know if you were thinking about that at the time when you were like watch your opponent's touch. Look, he's very awkward and he's not facing towards the ball. The other opponent is in his own corner. What does that tell us? You have time. That is one of the I gave you 3 general tips, and one of them is to look around more and take time. Take time in possession. Because look at this. You just give away the ball. But look, they're not even he just bumped his teammate. If you would have literally just drove that towards the net, he bumped his teammate there. You probably could have scored. That could have been an open net. Good going for the demo, but still, your teammate does whatever he does. The opponents are not focused on you right now. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe the first guy on the orange team was trying to go for it, but his teammate bumped him. So you could have easily taken possession, and yeah, you just boomed it away. So take time and possession. That's going to be a reoccurring theme on a lot of plays in this replay. I'm not a big fan of your teammate's touch there, but it's all right. Here again, take time and possession. I know that was like very awkward because your teammate just randomly hit the ball as well. Um, but if you would have just caught the ball here, catching, like off that wall earlier in the replay, you just catch the ball here, like you did right there. You flicked it over him, but you could have also went up the wall. Could have done either. 2 things to say here. Just continuing off that point, the catch. Folks, try to learn and focus on learning how to like just catch the ball here. You could have just taken the ball, had a free boost, mid boost was there. You could have taken it up the wall, done something with that. But from what I've seen in the replay, probably still would not have been the best decision. I think going for the flick like you did was better, but you could have just caught this and then, dribbled at an angle. So when I say dribble at an angle, instead of flicking from here, what you could have done is you could have taken the ball from here, but instead of going and, flicking it from around here, you could have taken the ball, you could have dribbled at an angle, and then somewhere along this, you flick the ball towards the net, and you could have maybe gotten a goal quite easily by doing something like this. So let's look. Take it back. You see the ideal line right there, right? So you could have caught it. Look, you see, you catch it. Now cut. Go in the line of direction. Dribble at an angle, and then try to flick it over your opponent. Because at that point, he might either be behind you, and you could have just dribbled it into the net because he was just going straight. Or two, you could have just flicked it over him while dribbling at an angle because he would have to turn around. Or change his path, which would slow him down, and all of that. Either way, though, it looks like you gotta go. Yeah, y'all gotta go off of it. One thing I will say is, watch that, because if your teammate misses the... Imagine your teammate missed here, right? And you're just like, okay, yeah, he scored that. Imagine that guy saves it, and then you're going back thinking, you know, just watch. That's all I'm trying to say. Good cheating again on this one. Here, you're closer to the ball than your opponent. I think you should have gone for the ball here instead of turning back and going for boost, because then now you gave your opponent, Nick Reed, a free possession, which he does not capitalize off of. So I would say go for the ball here. You are closer. You have boost. You can pick up a boost pad, and the ball is also going in your half of the field. All things pretty much saying that you should go for the ball. You will most likely beat Nick Reed, and even if you boom it off the sidewall, his probably goal is to get that boost, which he probably does first here. Yeah, he does. So if you boom that off the sidewall, you have a very high chance of getting a free open net off of that. Second thing from this play is this 50. When you go for a 50 like this, where your opponent is like diagonal flipping into the ball, most times like this will not give you a very good 50. So whenever you're 50ing an opponent who is dribbling like this, try to front flip into the ball so you can put all of your card behind you and push it towards their side of the field, not back towards your net. Teammate clears. They shoot. Here again, you rushed it. You have... People are not contesting you currently at the moment. You could have caught the ball here and taken possession. But now, since you didn't take possession, your opponent capitalized, right? Capitalized off you using your flip, not taking possession, and takes the ball. He just takes the ball. And demos you in the process. Takes the ball, demos you in the process. Just trying to go for 50. You wave dashed. You try to wave dash too soon here. That's what happened. So, again, that's another thing with just taking your time. And you also tilted way too far upward. Looks like you're trying to go for a bump there, but it's okay. Now look. Do not rush this. You're not being contested. You have a free shot on net. Free shot. Free shot on net. You hit it all the way to Narnia. Okay, it's gone. It's not here anymore. I have no idea what he was doing, but a demo nevertheless. But still. You had an open shot. So working, that's another one of the points. It's open net misses and accuracy. You need to get in Training Max, or even if you have Baki's mod, there's an accuracy training shooting program. I forgot what it's called. It's like Coco Aim Labs or something like that. But you can practice shooting and training your accuracy. So I would say get in some training packs, some custom trainings, and focus on your shooting accuracy. Because we'll point it out a lot. There are a lot of open misses and a lot of mistakes on shooting. And overcommit here. Good 50. I like the 50. Ideally, you should have fate jumped there. So you could have jumped up and then jumped back down by flipping your card, but that's a little bit more advanced. So I would say just jump up and then just fall back down instead of like actually committing to this. It goes very 9 times out of 10, your opponent is hitting that. Like he's there. It's off the backboard. He's probably gonna hit it. Your teammate scores the ball. Nice. Good. Nice kickoff on this one. You beat your opponent here. Your teammate just absolutely overcommits. It was then like just terribly overcommit. Rotates back. Good. Now, one big problem here. This is very tricky. But considering that you turn around, you're like, okay, it's a 1v2. Both of the opponents have full boost, and my teammate is trying to get back. The best course of action here, also considering, look, you're the opponent that has possession of the ball is not in full possession of the ball. I would have liked to see here, you took, instead of waiting, right? Instead of waiting to challenge, as soon as you take this full boost, boom, you're looking, okay, analyze. Everything I just said, right? Okay, so boom, instead of turning left, don't turn left. Instead of turning left, all you had to do was drive straight towards the ball and force him to make a play to hit it this direction. You want to force him to hit it to this side of the field where, hopefully, your teammate gets back in time, which, based off the speed of this, boom, okay, let's say you challenge, right? You're challenging. He hits it, because he's like, oh my gosh, I have to hit it, so he hits it this way. Your teammate turns on the ball, because he freaks out. He's, instead of coming this way now, he hits it this way, because he's freaking out, like, within this range. So, he starts freaking out, hits it this way, but then, look who's here. Your teammate. So your teammate can take possession. But, you freaked out a little bit, it's okay. Happens to the best of us. You get bumped, and your teammate does not get the save. Another clear miss. Now the things about this is your second one, like for the clear misses. I think you had 2 big ones this game. This one and the one off the wall. But in both situations, this is you not looking around and you not realizing that okay, look, you just missed the ball. But wait, who's contesting you? There's no contest, right? Nick Reed is right here in the middle of the field, right? The other opponent isn't even looking at you. He's going this direction. So you just tried to clear the ball with no contest. Oh, I just drew on that. Okay. But you just tried to clear the ball with no contest. But what you could have done is, okay, he hits it to the corner. It's going out. Now look here. You're just staring at the ball, but you have cam. You can look around. I'm on KBM right now, so I can't actually really do that. But I'm assuming you're on controller, based off the way you move and all of that. But it would be best to look around. And if not, if you can't do that, what you can do is don't try to double jump for it, just single jump and block the ball. So worst case scenario, you just get a stall, like you just get a 50 that just stays in place. Worst case scenario. Good. I like you going back here. However, try to learn the small boost mapping here because you could have gotten 2 or 3 boosts before you hit this bar right here. So right here, you would be at, what, 30 boosts still? I mean, you get the 100, but it's just something to think about. Good job going for that. Now, look, another open net miss. You see what I'm talking about? I don't know if you freaked out here or what happened. However, we have another open net miss. You could have just shot this. Could have very easily shot that. Good cutoff. Here again, not the best shot. If you would have shot this to the right side of the goal, you most likely would have scored it. You definitely would have scored it. He's stuck on the post. He has no idea what he's doing. Good 50. That right there, I don't know if you're trying to be fancy or, but that is not a good play. I feel like that's what you were trying to do, was be a little too fancy for going for that. But if you look, if you'd have just been patient, right? Not gone up for it like that, you could have very easily gone this direction, like this, trying to draw a decent thing, and then jot it on net. Could have very easily done that. So yeah, if you would have taken the route that is drawn out, now look, you see, you just go straight here. But if you had taken the longer, like around, you could have easily shot that, and you might have scored it. Again, another instance of possession. We're not catching the ball where we could have. You could have caught the ball here, but there's nobody contesting you. No one contesting. But you just give it away. Now, what I do like about this is what you could have done is pop it up, not by flipping, just with driving up against the ball, popped it up, and then took a shot on net. But you just hit it all the way to the corner. Now, the chances of you making an actual play happen off of this touch, we have to be realistic, right? Somebody's demoed, okay? And the ball goes up the wall like that. The chances of you making anything happen here is pretty much 0%. So there's no reason to even go for the ball there. Puts it around you. Okay, this is you rushing, right? So boom, you beat him. What does he do? He's turning the other direction. He's not even going towards you. So what could you do here? You could take a soft touch off the wall, and then try to hit it straight into the net. You could go for a double touch. I don't know if you have practiced or learned how to do those yet, but you have several options if you just take a soft touch here. Break, take a soft touch. But instead, you boom it. That's a good touch, but it's not a very repeatable touch. Well, you could have taken a soft touch and had so many options for maybe scoring a net there. Your teammate thinks he is gonna hit an Astro pinch. Another open net miss. The net's open. You could have, if you would have, you did amazing turning on this, but the shot was not so amazing. So if you would have just taken a straightforward shot and not flipping sideways, you have a tendency to flip sideways for all your 50s and hits. But if you just take a straightforward shot, you could have probably scored that. Again, you did it again. Nobody's contesting you. You're going off the wall in a very weird place, and you do a very weird flip. It's very awkward in total. Nice. Now look. I open net. There's an open net right now. If you would have just, instead of side flipping underneath the ball like you did, if you would just gone up to the ball and front flipped into it, you probably score this. The opponent would not be fast enough to get back to that. You just front flip into the ball and hit it into the net. I watched this back like 3 times from your opponent's, not your opponent, but from your teammate's point of view, and he just gave this up. He sold that. He sold this goal. That's all I have to say about that one. He just gave up. He didn't even try challenging. He misread the situation. All of the above. But literally notice though, you took a 50. Okay, but that's not the problem. But literally notice every hit, every touch, and every 50, you side flip. It's something to think about. Keep in mind. This is another case of just take your time, look around, and just think. Because you jumped way too soon here. You honestly did not need to jump that high, that soon. Let's say you're a GCSSL, you have a high chance of getting an in-air flip reset, backboard, double touch, something of those lines. But we're in Diamond. We have to remember, we're not that good yet. So we don't need to jump that soon. So if you literally just wait for the ball, let the ball come to you. This is something Abject says very much whenever he talks about rebounds and just the ball coming off of the wall in this manner is let the ball come to you. Don't try to go to the ball. Take your time, analyze, right? Say, okay, the ball is going down right in front of me, pretty much, right? It's going down right here. Nick Reeds is worried about a shot. Did I go back or did I go forward? Okay, okay. So let's look. The ball's going up. What you should do here is look. Nick Reed is worried about a shot. But if you shoot it 9 times out of 10, he's not going to save it because he's in a very awkward position. He's trying to get back. That's his main focus right now. The guy in net is in a 50, like, some type of rule 1 with your teammate and has 0 boost. So if you would have just waited till he got about right here, then jumped and shot the ball. Look, look at this. Wait. Just watch. See? Do a weird one. They bump each other. You are probably scoring this. This is like an open net here. If you just hit it anywhere mid and up, you are going to probably score this goal. Nice. Not the best touch. You could have taken. That's another possession thing. And this is you rushing it again. You just try to rush and then jump off the wall, and then you miss the ball. Good going for the demo, though. I like that. You're noticing, you looking for demos, and your use of power slide, I've noticed, are very good. Over time. I think you just missed the ball, but it's okay. I think you're trying to go for a bump, maybe? This right here is another of those, I think you're trying to be too fancy. There's no need to do any of that. Look, you see the ball? You see, okay, I can shoot this and I can score, right? So why are you using air roll and all that? All you have to do is jump up and then hit the ball. That's all you have to do. No need to do all of this, and you end up missing because of it. So I would say that would be another open net miss. Teammate clears. Again. I like that. Rotate back post. You rotate in the post. You could have just rotated a little bit, not as far in. Oh, Nick Reeds goes for a bump. Another one. But, I mean, your teammate ends up scoring anyway. So, the things that I would have you look into is try to find videos on how to improve shooting and accuracy. If you are part of the next rank, like the actual course, watch a lot of his Abjack's explanation and their explanations on like the foundational stuff. Just watch the foundational videos. Make sure you put a lot of time into practicing those things. And really do pay attention on look around the field, right? Don't just focus on one thing and then you rush and then don't take possession of stuff. Look around the field, like, okay, here's where my opponents are, here's where my teammate is. And then obviously you can't see your opponent's teammate boost, but you can see your teammate's boost, right? So just look around, see if you can take possession, which in this game you could have taken a lot of more possession. You could have done a lot of catches, focused on maybe do some training on trying to catch the ball and then take possession off of that catch. And just take time. Just take more time. You have more time than you think. That is the biggest thing. You have a lot more time than you think. So don't try to rush it. And yeah. I think if you practice these things, you will be a lot better. I think you could you just need to practice the foundations and maybe some aerial mechanics. I saw that your aerial sense was lacking quite a bit. So just practice that, and I think you could pretty easily get the champ. If you're diamond, if this is diamond, then I think you could pretty easily get the champ, low champ. So yeah. Thank you for sending me this replay. Again, sorry that I took so long to get to it. I apologize for that. But keep it up. Keep it up, bro. I believe in you. I think you can do good. You can go far. And yeah.